Namaste, guys. ChristianRLong, Life Enhancement Consultant, giving you a big and beautiful shout out on this Wednesday evening here in Denver, Colorado at 6 o'clock p.m. Mountain Time. And we're jumping on for our daily dose of divine light, love, and power. And the focus for tonight is going to be on the power aspect. So I was thinking, some people go, well, wait a minute. So these attributes of the soul, light, love, and power, or will, how does it materialize? How do we know that we're a being of power or a being of will? Well, what is will? Will is moving from one thing to another thing. Will is taking action. Will is manipulating subtle energies. So a very, very easy way to demonstrate that is, can you think a happy thought? Actually, rephrase it. Can you think of an apple that's green, change your mind, and then think of an apple that's red? Yes. Andrew, I'm going to say that is a function of mental will. Now, can you take the emotion of happiness and transform it into the emotion of sadness? Right? Emotional will. Can I open my right hand and then close my right hand and then open my right hand and close my right hand? That's a function of physical will. So I'm a being of divine will, right? Can I sit and raise my hands and bless Mother Earth during the Twin Hearts meditation? Yes. Krina, namaste. That is a function of divine will. Lauren, namaste. Or spiritual will. So we are beings of divine light, divine love, divine power, divine will. So if you are not able to change one thought to another thought, or to stay on one thought, or to go from one emotion to another emotion, or stay on that emotion, or go from one physical movement to another physical movement, it simply means you are lacking in that will aspect of the soul. It doesn't mean you aren't willful, and it doesn't mean you can't hold a thought or a feeling or an action for a prolonged period of time. It simply means the will aspect within you has not been fully developed or fully realized. And when I say realized, it means we all ultimately are one with God, one with all. We are all ultimately beings of divine will, spiritual will, mental will, emotional will, and physical will. But because of certain lessons, because of certain karma, because of certain life experiences, some people might have a harder time expressing and demonstrating will than other people. Sean, I'm going to say, does that make sense? So some of us have a harder time expressing will. Like, for instance, you have some people that have very good spiritual will that can sit down and do an hour-long, 2-hour-long, 3-hour-long spiritual practice, no problem. So their spiritual will is very, very developed. But the same person maybe doesn't have the physical will to go to the gym and work out 3 to 5 times a week. So they lack physical will. Then, likewise, you have people that have very strong physical will that can go to the gym 5, 6, 7 days a week, train for an hour to 2 hours, cardio, strength training, whatever. But then you say, can you sit down and still yourself for 5 minutes? And they can't do it because they lack spiritual will, right? Then you have scientists, like the people who are working on finding the vaccine or creating the vaccine for the coronavirus. These people are sitting down and demonstrating mental will, coming up against a challenge, moving through the challenge, coming up against another challenge, moving through the challenge. They're using their mental body to find a solution. So that's mental will. And then emotional will. Usually people that I've met that are good with emotional will are actors and actresses, right? Actors and actresses. And then who's another person, another profession? Oh, people who are bhakti yogis. People who are very, very devotional. They have tremendous capacity for their emotional will. But same thing with an actor or an actress. In one moment, they have to cry. They have to stop crying, get it together to do the next scene or to do another cut or to do another take. So they have to be emotionally flexible and they have to be very good at their emotional will. I need to feel fear. Now I need to feel sadness. Now I need to feel elation. Now I need to feel whatever and have that come across in a believable manner. So actors and actresses are very, very good at emotional will. So it's not the Will is simply moving one thing to another. Will is going from one state to another state. You need will. Without will, nothing happens. Super, super important. But if you are too willful, you become abrasive, you become hard, and you push people away. That's why it's a constant balance act. So if you're in a profession like law enforcement, like certain kinds of attorneys, if you're in construction, you're like a foreman, and you have to constantly practice will. Some of the people who do directing of traffic in New York City, right, the traffic cops or traffic guards, those people are demonstrating emotional will all day long because they're saying, hey, getting people's attention. You go, you stop, you go, you stop. And they're doing that all day long. That's a tremendous amount of emotional will that most people don't have. After about 30 minutes or an hour of doing stop, go, stop, go, stop, go, they're going to be like, hold on a second. Hold on, relax. Okay, you can go. You can go. No, you stop. No, you, right? So they're lacking emotional will. Their emotional body is depleted of energy. But somebody who has strong emotional will can go an entire day, Karen, I'm a namaste of telling somebody, no, stop, you go, you stop, you go, you stop. And they have just as much of enthusiasm, just as much as energy, just as much power, and to be at the end of the day as they do at the beginning of the day. Does that make sense? So will is super important. If you want to get something done, you have to have will. Period. End of story. You can be the kindest, sweetest, most loving person in the world, but if you don't have will, you can't manifest the goodness in the world. Does that make sense? You have to be able to manifest the goodness in the world. So that is it, guys, for our daily dose of divine light, love, and power with a focus on the power or will aspect. Lots of love to each and every one of you. For those of you who are looking for healing, for looking for transformation, looking to take your life from where it is to where you ultimately want it to be, feel free to reach out to me at ChristianRLong.com. It's my name. It's my website. Everything you would ever want to know about me is on there. The good, the bad, and I don't know if there's that much bad, but the good and maybe the not so good. So you have a holistic viewpoint of who you're working with. But I look forward to serving you in the very, very near future. If you got value out of this, give it a like, give it a thumbs up, give it a heart, share it on your personal and professional Facebook pages or Instagram, LinkedIn, doesn't really matter, wherever there's an audience that could use our daily doses. So lots of love to you guys. This is Christian Long, Life Enhancement Consultant, wishing you a beautiful day, a beautiful week, and a beautiful life. Atma, namaste. Bye-bye.